With a handsome face and a six-pack body, my brother is exactly a girl magnet. Seems to be good, right? Nope. Stay away, you loser! Don't touch my Pat! The school's queen bee shouted and pushed me to the ground. Believe me, having a popular brother only brings disaster. Hi, I'm Molly, 16 years old, and my brother Pat is 19. After the divorce of our parents, we were separated at the age of 6. 2 months ago, my mom had to work abroad for a while, so I moved to live with Dad and Pat. Pat works as a coach at a swimming center. With a hot body, because he used to be a swimming athlete, he was pursued by many female fans. This is what caused a lot of troubles for me. Ever since I transferred to a new school, I had been isolated and bullied a lot. The leader of the bullies was Taylor, a mean blondie. At the beginning of the year, I reported to the principal about Taylor's group drinking in the hallway behind the school building. No one told me it was a power club that no one in the school dared to touch. After being suspended for a week, Taylor's group started to bully me. My life at school since then has been hell because of that. I didn't even have any friends either. That day, because my car broke down, I asked Pat to come pick me up from school. While I was waiting at the gate, Taylor suddenly walked to me. She threw the books in my hand and threatened. I heard you're gonna take part in a debate contest. Watch yourself, cause it's about to be ruined. I tried to keep quiet and ignore her. Thank goodness, Pat finally came. He got out of the car and waved at me with a smile. Taylor suddenly shoved me to the ground. Loser! Who do you think you are to go near him? Her eyes lit up and she ran to hug Pat. Hey, sexy! Come to pick me up today? Pat coldly pushed Taylor's hand away and helped me up. Did you seriously just do that to my sister? Stay away from us. We both got in the car and drove away, leaving Taylor stunned. I asked, do you know her? Taylor is a student at the pool center. She flirted with me all day, followed me around even though I didn't approve of it. When I saw her push you, I found her even more obnoxious. The next morning, while I was holding a dinosaur model for a class, some of Taylor's minions came to me, took the model, and threatened. Get on your knees and wipe my shoes. I will throw them on the ground. No, please don't do that. Suddenly, Taylor appeared. Stop it! Don't bully Molly. Are you alright in your head, Taylor? You are the one who told us to do this. Molly's a friend of mine now. Don't touch her. Taylor suddenly apologized to me for everything. But out of caution, I just stuttered, okay, alright, then hurriedly left. In the days that followed, no one bothered me anymore. And Taylor always followed me. Do you want to join my group? It's the most powerful in school. Why would I want to hang out with you guys? And what are you up to? Please, Molly. After I pushed you down, Pat doesn't talk to me anymore and even blocked me. Now I only want to ask you to send my apology gifts to him. I promise to ask everyone to vote for you in your debate competition. Taylor is very popular at school. If she would help me gather votes for the upcoming competition, I'd have a high chance of winning. Therefore, I agreed to her deal. Taylor handed me a gift box and asked me to give it to Pat, but he was quite indifferent when we received it. Yeah, you can use it or just throw it away. I curiously opened the box and saw a handheld game console inside. It was exactly what I wanted too, but there was also a card with cheesy words inside. Yikes! I realized Pat's handsomeness was more useful than I thought. Now that console belonged to me. The next day, Taylor approached me excitedly. Hey, have you given it to Pat yet? Does he like it? Oh, of course. He loved it and wasn't mad anymore. Really? Oh, thank you so much. I will do any favor you want. Under Taylor's protection, I went from being a bullied nobody to being a member of a powerful club. It made my school life so much easier. Taylor's letters and gifts to Pat kept coming through me. Of course, he always refused to accept them. And I had to lie to Taylor that he was moved and would definitely contact her one day. Once, while I was engrossed in playing on the game console Taylor gave my brother, she suddenly appeared. Hey, I gave Pat this console. Why are you holding it? I stammered in surprise. I've just borrowed it from him. Taylor looked at me suspiciously. Is that true? Don't do anything to betray me. With only 1 day left until the competition, I needed to hide the truth from Taylor at least until the voting was over. Because I was so nervous, I borrowed Pat's phone that night and secretly sent Taylor a text. Thanks for the gifts. I'm so happy. You're really lovely. Immediately, my phone rang with a call from Taylor. Oh my god, Molly! Pat just texted me! Woohoo! On the day of the competition, with Taylor's influence, I was confident that I would win a lot of votes. Right before showtime, Taylor suddenly hugged me in joy. Oh, my bestie! You even invited Pat too? I knew you would surprise me. Rest assured, you'll win for sure. What? I didn't invite him to come. I panicked and rushed down to see Pat. And what was even more horrible was that he came with a beautiful girl. Hey sis, this is my new girlfriend. What? You have a girlfriend already? Wait, no. We can introduce later. Can you guys go away for a while, please? Pat was confused. But I'm here to cheer for you. I'm not going anywhere. But it was too late. Taylor had already appeared in fury. You jerk! Why did you say you like me? Pat's girlfriend was also furious. Who is this girl? Are you cheating on me? No, I swear I don't like her at all. The three of them got into an argument, and Pat got 2 slaps on the face by both girls. I had to intervene. Please stop! I told that lie, okay? Pat doesn't like Taylor and has never accepted her presence. I was afraid of being bullied and wanted to win this contest, so I made that up. Taylor burst into tears and Pat looked at me in disappointment. Molly, why didn't you just tell me? I never knew you went through that. Soon after, I had to get on the stage to perform my part. Not surprisingly, I came in last place. I wasn't good enough, I knew. And without Taylor's support, I was bound to lose. As I was leaving, I saw Taylor crying in the hallway. I apologized to her in regret. Are you okay? I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have lied like that. Taylor looked up at me with teary eyes. Yeah, well, I'm an idiot. I kept chasing a boy who didn't like me. Being a bully doesn't help to leave a good impression on your crush too, apparently. After that, somehow, Taylor and I became friends. My hot brother also cared more about me and about my school life. Fortunately, after the trouble I caused, they still forgive and love me. I was walking down the hallway when suddenly a girl kicked me in the butt. I turned around and yelled in anger. What on earth is wrong with you? Didn't you write it on your back? Surprised, I touched my back and realized there was a piece of paper on it. The words "kick me" were clearly written there. What the heck? I looked around to find the culprit and saw my brother hiding in a corner, holding his stomach and laughing. I knew it right away. It was another one of his stupid pranks. Dang it. Every time I talk about my twin brother Loki, my whole body trembles with anger. I know, what a weird name, right? But it suits him so well, and it was really a torture having to live with him. Loki was always pulling pranks on everyone around him, and instead of making people laugh, he only brought discomfort and embarrassment. He even ignored all of my advice and said, "Come on, don't be so serious, Layla, it's just a joke." Jeez, I hated my troublesome brother. For people like him, April Fool's Day is like a national day. He was always preparing the most outlandish pranks for it, and I am not exaggerating. Last year, somehow, Loki tricked his ex-bestie, Rich, into changing clothes in the girls' restroom. Then he stole all of Rich's clothes and hid them away. As a result, Rich couldn't leave the restroom because he was too embarrassed. He was only rescued when the school ended and the security guard was going around to check. After that incident, Rich had transferred school due to being teased too much. So, learning from experience, this year's April Fool's Day, I tried to hide from my brother's sight. I went to school 30 minutes early, didn't hang around the places Loki used to visit, and even blocked his number. I was so hopeful that my obnoxious brother would just forget about my existence. However, it seems God didn't hear my prayer. No matter how hard I tried, I still couldn't escape from being his target. At lunchtime, I was putting the sandwich in my mouth when suddenly a spicy sensation tore my throat. My face was hot and sweat was helplessly pouring out. Desperately, I shouted for everyone's help. At that moment, Loki appeared out of nowhere with a smug look. Happy April Fool's Day. You think you can escape from me, sis? Tears and snot started to flow from my eyes and nose. I hurriedly grabbed the Coke bottle on the table to drink, but when I just unscrewed the cap of the bottle, the Coke violently shot up, making my whole body drenched. You look so funny. That embarrassing scene was seen by everyone around us. They gleefully laughed and filmed my pathetic state. Soon later, I had to change into my gym uniform to continue my day. If you thought that was all that happened on April Fool's Day, it's not. Loki continued to celebrate his National Day with more sinister pranks. However, the next victim wasn't me, but someone else, a very special person. That afternoon, Loki and I attended a math class together. Seeing him laugh and chat happily with his friends made me very upset. At that moment, from outside the door, a young teacher with messy clothes entered. She clumsily adjusted her outfit and cheerfully introduced herself to us.
Oh, hi everyone. I'm sorry for being late. I'm Evan George and I'll be teaching for Mr. Connor today.
Before Miss Josh could finish, Loki interrupted.
You look like a chicken.
His words made the whole class burst into laughter and Miss George's face turned red with embarrassment. Shut up! Stop making trouble! Loki didn't say anything but just replied to me with a smirk. Looking at his face, I sensed that something bad was about to happen. And indeed, Miss George was unable to write anything on the board. Even though she pressed so hard she broke all the chalks, still not a single line appeared. When she frantically wiped the board with a wet cloth, it suddenly foamed up. Who put soap on the board? While everyone in the class was laughing again at her nervous face, I found her so pitiful. Miss, please use the projector. We can project the formulas on it. Right. That's a great idea. She happily told me, then quickly turned on the projector. Loki leaned close to my ear and spoke in a mocking voice.
Right, that's a great idea.
Having said that, he still put on his usual sly grin, a sinister sign that foreshadowed all the troubles that were about to come. What are you planning again?
Well, I've just changed the position of a few keys.
Sure enough, when Miss George was typing on the keyboard, she became so frustrated because she couldn't type a single meaningful word. The letters were all messed up. Can you just hurry up? When can we start class? Some boys began to join my brother and tease the poor substitute teacher. Under the heavy pressure, she postponed the class and hurriedly left in embarrassment. Seeing her poor appearance, I quickly ran after her. Miss, are you alright? I'm fine, but it seems like I'm not fit to be a teacher. I'm sorry for my brother's stupid pranks. He's always like that and driving people crazy. But the other students don't seem to like me either. Come on, don't let him put you off. Believe me, you can do it. After regaining her composure, Miss George took a deep breath and returned to the classroom. It was great to see that she looked slightly better. About 30 minutes later, when the class was peaceful, the fire alarm suddenly rang. Fire! Run! Loki stood up and shouted, then repeatedly gestured to everyone in the class to leave. Another stupid prank again? I got up angrily and pushed his arm down. Stop it, Loki! Grow up and stop being a joke. Some boys even agreed. That's right, dude. We have enough fun. Let her teach. Yeah, man, simmer down. Even Miss George frowned in anger and threatened to send him to her office if he continued to interrupt the class. But I didn't do this. Stop lying. Although my brother tried to explain, no one believed him. But just a few minutes later, smoke from the doorways began to spread into the classroom, followed by a loudspeaker announcement from the principal, ordering everyone to leave the building immediately. At that point, we all panicked and tried to escape. Miss George hurriedly guided everyone to the safe exit as smoke and fire filled the whole building. I was about to run when suddenly I heard a cry for help. It was Loki's. His leg was being stuck under a large wall. Layla! Help me! I tried to push the wall off, but it was too heavy for me. Seeing the fire slowly spreading, I was so scared that I cried helplessly. At that moment, Miss George appeared, signaling to me that when she counted to 3, we would lift the wall together so Loki could crawl out. Thank God, we were successful. After my brother got out, the 3 of us quickly left the building. Fortunately, Loki only suffered minor injuries to his leg. But after that incident, he learned a life lesson for himself. If he didn't pull pranks on others all the time, his alarm could have been trusted. Everyone could have gotten out sooner. He wouldn't have been trapped under a wall and risked both his life and mine.
A few weeks later, everything was back to normal. We started going back to school, and the first thing my brother did was apologize to Miss George. Now he's more grown up and no longer continues his outrageous pranks.